How you doing? It's the Butcher here, and today I want to make a quick video on the Doombringer Uber Unique sword, and why I think in its current state, it actually kind of sucks. And it's pretty unfortunate, because obviously it's an Uber Unique. It's a really cool item, it has some really cool things about it, but there's several things in my opinion that really just kill it, for lack of a better term. So I want to jump in here. I'm in the little test zone, and just to show off to you guys, so this is my normal sword that I use, right? This is my typical sword that I use, and I'm still using it now, even though I have Doombringer. And this says all stats, dex, crit strike damage, and core. I think those are the best ones for your sword, with my Shadow Imbue penetrating shot rapid fire build. But just to show off something to you guys, so I come up to him, right? So I am using the precision key passive here, just to be clear about that. So if I do my little dodge, and I have Impetus up right now, you can see I'm hitting for 2+ million. That's actually low. I'm not really sure what happened there, but yeah, usually it's 4.5 to 5 million I'm hitting for when I have that up in the dodge. I don't know why it's not going. You can see some, yeah, but you get the idea. I mean, some of those are lower. Anyway, let's pop Doombringer on. And then let's get that up. Let's hit them here. You can see we're hitting for, it's not too bad. When we have the precision up, it's still above 2 million, but you can see the numbers are nowhere close to the same. We're getting some above 4 million there, but we're still losing on average about like 1 million damage per arrow. We got 4.5 there. So like I said, not bad, but what I am missing is I'm missing 30% attack speed on my basic skills, which with this build is very big because it allows me to build my combo points and then unleash an attack right there, and allows me to build up, what's it called, the expectant aspect quicker. It allows me to build up my precision quicker, etc. So why is Doombringer not good? Because if you look at the item itself, it's a sword, but it's really a defensive item. So you have damage, but that's regular additive damage. I actually have a good way to showcase this for the most part here. So I have this node right here, and I'm actually, because I'm using this right here, I'm getting an extra 25% damage, so that's 1 less than, or 1.2% less than what Doombringer gives us. So if I just pop this off real quick, like that, and then I do the same thing, run around, hit them. You can see it's still going up into the 5 millions there. 4.5, 5 million, etc. Depending on when we have the impetus, wherever it's called, up or not. But you can see the damage is actually does not change that much. You can see we're still hitting for over 5 million with some of those, like that. So I mean, is it slightly less? Yeah. Is it slightly less? Yes, but it's not drastic at all. Very marginal difference. So let me just pop this back on. It's this one right here. So the first thing that's giving you damage, really not that important. Core skill damage is something you can get on a regular weapon anyway. Obviously this is max roll, so that's a little bit better. But you can see we can roll up to the same core skill damage. And then we have a huge percentage to max life. So you can see just by switching these two out, I'm going from 22,800 to 32,000, which is crazy and which is really good. And then it's giving you that lucky hit up to a 5% chance to heal. But because it's giving you so much life, the heal actually isn't crazy, but we do have a ton of lucky hits, so you heal quite a lot. And then the inherent, I guess you call like aspect with this, is the 25% lucky hit chance to deal about 9,000 shadow damage to surrounding enemies and reduce their damage done by 20% for 5 seconds. So unless you are building up dot damage, and I did see like a really cool video using Doombringer and the Adairo's Visage to build up a ton of dot damage and have that pop, but unless you're doing that, the actual damage itself in this is super negligible for the most part. The real good thing it does is it decreases their damage. But the reason I'm saying why Doombringer isn't good in its current state is because we don't need more defense. Tier 100s are a breeze. I'm doing tier 100s not even armor capped, no problem most of the time. And then the gauntlet, I don't think it's not like Abattoir or Zero. people are speculating like it being 70. Can I have my pet stop? Yeah, just chill out, man. People are speculating it'll be about a tier 70. I think it'll be higher than that. I've said that, but even if it goes up to 100, we still don't need more defense. So we're losing out on a drastic amount of damage. Plus, we're losing out on a offensive aspect slot, which is very big. And we're not really gaining anything. Obviously, we're gaining the defense, but again, maybe for hardcore it could be good, but for most people, you're not going to need the defense. We're losing out on dex, which is very important for us. We're losing out on all stats, which one gives you more dex, so you do more damage, and also helps you hit Paragon nodes. So we won't be able to hit, I believe, certain Paragon nodes here, actually. Maybe don't hit the damage. Which one is it? No, like, see, I don't hit this lawless right here. I don't hit this focus because of that. So it's really unfortunate. And I've shown this off before, but again, the best way I think I can show this is multiple training dummies. The actual effect of Doombringer 2, they have to be super close to each other. And it's still not bad, but I can show this off. So let me use my rapid fire, I guess. And I guess that hits both of them. But if you want to look here as I'm attacking him, sometimes you'll see it pop. See? You see it pop to the other guy right there for I think it was 23,000. Yep, you see it pop right there. So it's not even going over to him. If I shoot this middle guy right here, I don't even think it pops to anyone else. I think it might have just popped to him. Actually, I wasn't paying attention. Like, you have to be really close. You can see it pop on himself right there, that little, what was it, 18K? Or whatever it is. So like I said, it's super marginal damage unless you're really focused on scaling that. And they have to be super close to each other. I actually have a video on it showing this off. If you go to my channel, if you go on the playlist, Uber Unique Showcases, you'll actually be able to see it. But like I said, it doesn't, like when I'm shooting this middle guy, it doesn't pop. When I'm shooting this guy over here, you can see it pop occasionally, and it only will pop to this guy back here. Same thing with this guy. You know, for argument's sake, let's try shooting this guy. Maybe it just pop there, or is that the arrow? I'm not doing the arrow. I don't even know if it's up. It just popped to him, if you see that right there. So, yeah, I mean, it's just, it's not giving us all that much. And like I said, so now, the argument for this is, so this is just a rogue, and obviously we're missing out on more crit strike, and with this huge precision multiplier, that's super important for us. So what about other classes? So unfortunately this season I don't have a Barb or a Necromancer, which are the only two other classes that can use it. But if you look at a Necromancer, it's almost used on 0 builds. I can't really think of a reason why you would want to use it on literally any single Necromancer build. The only thing I could possibly think of is like a Blood Surge Overpower, because you get so much more life that you could get more overpower. But again, you only got 2 weapon slots with Necromancer. One if you're using a 2-hander, but obviously this is a 1-hander, so you're giving up that. Don't think it's worth it. For Rogue, the one thing you can kind of make it work with is, like I said, the Andy's build that I actually want to try out, the Flurry build, but you're basically using Andy's and Doombringer and scaling those up and having them pop for all the damage. But even then, it's the Andes that's doing the majority of the damage. Doombringer will add some to that, but it's really the Andes that's carrying that. And then when you look at Barbarian, so to use it, most builds in the game right now are using some type of overpower for Barbarian. So most are using Hoda. You have to give up a mace, which has inherent overpower damage. You have to give up strength, all stats, damage while berserking, which gives you more additive damage while berserking, and also adds to that Paragon node. And you have to give up, did I say over? And then you have to give up another overpower. And you have to give up an offensive weapon slot as well too. So, in my opinion, it's not worth it. And in the current state of the game, specifically because we don't have challenging content, I think Doombringer is really in not a good place, and probably right up there with Selig right here as probably by far, in my opinion, the 2 worst Uber Uniques. Even Daryl's Visage is better than these 2. Just because if you look at both of these and what they're doing, so they're both super defensive, and these items are actually great in the Avatar of Zero when we need the defense, But right now, you don't need defense or anything. Tier 100s, no problem. You don't need this or this by any shot. And then the gauntlet, unless they do some crazy stuff, they could do stuff where they're like 1 week they do crazy damage and they make you go all in on defense. So I mean, I'm not saying scrap it by any means, but as it stands right now, it's hard to see a world where Doombringer is going to have, you know, a positive impact on like 90% of builds by the 3 classes that can use by it, maybe even more. So that's just a quick video on the current state of Doombringer. It's disappointing. I think they need to make adjustments to it and or actually change the game and add challenging content where its defensive capabilities as a sword could actually be useful, because I think in Season 3 it's in a really bad spot, personally. And it's unfortunate because it is really cool. I do like how it does give you that defensive option in the offensive slot, but there's just no reason for it right now. So anyway, it's been the Butcher. I know this is a quick video, but just wanted to explain the Doombringer, some of its downfalls right now, why you probably shouldn't be running it on most of your builds too, even if you're lucky enough to get one. So I will see you guys in the next video, but I hope this was informative. Hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, please like, comment, subscribe. It means the world to me, and I will see you in the next one.